Gaza is a full-blown war, and thousands of kilometers away, another one seems to be brewing. This one's in Latin America. Tensions are rising between the US and Venezuela. The trigger is this: alleged Venezuelan drug boats. It's a constant complaint of Donald Trump. He says Latin American gangs are smuggling drugs into the US. His solution? Blow them up. The latest instance was Monday. The US military destroyed a boat in international waters. Take a look at this. This is the second such attack. A similar boat was blown up last week as well. Again, the reason was the same. Trump believes these boats are carrying drugs. Earlier, such boats would be intercepted. US forces would stop and search them. But Donald Trump is going a step ahead. He's simply blowing them up.
Well, we have proof. All you have to do is look at the cargo that was like it's spattered all over the ocean. Big bags of cocaine and fentanyl all over the place. And it was, plus we have recorded evidence that they were leaving. We've recorded them. It's very careful because we know you people would be after us. We're very careful. The military has been amazing.
There is a human cost here. The first strike killed 11 people. Yesterday's strike killed 3 people. Now, Trump is calling them narco-terrorists, but the fact is there is no evidence yet. No court has indicted these sailors. No video proof has been presented. Trump is basically saying, trust me, bro. And the worst part? It could escalate further because Donald Trump is deploying more firepower to the region. Over the weekend, he moved 10 F-35 jets to Puerto Rico, 10 jets. Puerto Rico is a US island in Central America. There are 7 US warships in this region, plus at least 1 nuclear submarine. That's a lot of firepower, especially for a so-called no-war president. And it raises a lot of questions like, why this obsession over Venezuela? How will Caracas respond? And what is the worst-case scenario? Let's go one by one. The obsession is down to 4 reasons. Why Venezuela? Number 1, it's a pet project of Trump's foreign minister, Marco Rubio. In America, they call him the Secretary of State. Rubio's parents fled communist Cuba to America. He hates the leftist regimes of Latin America, and that includes President Nicolas Maduro of Venezuela. Rubio has long demanded their ouster. As a senator, he pushed for an aggressive Latin American policy, and now as foreign minister, he's leading it. There's a bounty on the capture of the Venezuelan president. Recently, Rubio raised it. He raised the bounty. He doubled it to $50 million. In the Venezuelan capital, Caracas, President Maduro singled out Secretary Rubio. He called Rubio the Lord of Death.
¿Quién?
Marco Rubio, the Lord of Death and War, as he is now called. Wherever he goes, there is death, there are bombs, there are murdered children. Marco Rubio, the Lord of Death and War, of hatred.
Of course, Rubio is not doing it alone. Clearly, Trump is on board, and that's reason number 2. This policy shows Trump as tough on drug smuggling. Just think about it. What sounds more dramatic and effective? Intercepting an alleged drug boat or blowing up an alleged drug boat? It bolsters Trump's anti-drug credentials. It's also a distraction from his other troubles, like the Epstein files and the tariffs. Now we come to the strategic reason. Number 3, China. Beijing has made inroads in Venezuela. It is a top supplier of arms to Maduro. It is also propping up Venezuela's oil industry. In fact, when tensions rose, Maduro appealed to Xi Jinping. He asked the Chinese president to help. And the response? Well, only a statement so far. Nonetheless, it's a worry for the US. They have long tried to keep China away from the Western Hemisphere. And under Donald Trump, this policy has become aggressive. We saw that in Panama. Trump forced Panama to cut ties with a Chinese shipping firm. We saw that in the Caribbean too. Secretary Rubio visited the region in May. Once again, he called for cutting ties with China. Obviously, such pressure will not work against Venezuela. Therefore, Trump is using the military. And reason number 4 is ideological. Trump has been supporting right-wing leaders in Latin America, like Brazil's Jair Bolsonaro, Argentina's Javier Milei, El Salvador's Nayib Bukele. But Nicolas Maduro is from the other camp. He is a leftist leader backed by communist China. And that makes him an obvious target for Donald Trump. So how is Maduro responding to this crisis? Well, for those unaware, Maduro is a colorful character. He's lashing out at Trump and his officials, but with a Maduro twist. Listen to this.
This is not tension. It is outright aggression, judicial aggression when they criminalize us, political aggression with their daily threatening statements, diplomatic aggression, and ongoing military aggression. Venezuela is empowered by international law to comprehensively confront this aggression. As if I was worth more than bin Laden, as if I was worth as much as Darwin Nunez, the great Uruguayan footballer. Any moment now, they might say I'm worth more than Messi. It would be an injustice. No one believes to these immoral and outrageous attacks.
So Maduro is standing firm, but it's a precarious situation. Militarily, Venezuela is no match for the US. So it's unlikely that Nicolas Maduro will look for a fight, which means that the ball is in Donald Trump's court. What will he do next? Will he attack mainland Venezuela? He was asked this question on Sunday. He said, "We'll see what happens," meaning it's not off the table. The military campaign could expand. Now, here's the thing. Nobody here is a fan of Nicolas Maduro. He is a leftist dictator. He has rigged elections and he has run his country into poverty. Several Western countries do not even recognize his regime, but that does not justify military action. If you want to oust Maduro, go to the United Nations, impose sanctions to weaken his rule, or get United Nations Security Council clearance for a military operation. That's the way to do it. Trump is doing none of that. Instead, he is using unilateral military force. So much for a non-interventionist president of peace.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.